standing here right by your side. I will be standing here till the end of time. I will be standing here all through the night, till the stars are born.
Hey guys, I forgot to uncover my camera. Hello, May, innocent until proven guilty, Miss Discovering, Vicky Jolly, Little Dev, Miss Dana K. Hello. I hope everybody's doing good. And I'm looking at the chat, guys. Sorry about that. Hello, everybody that's coming in. Hello, Maisie. Miss Tina. Christola. Hello. Long time no see, kiddo. There's my sweet pea. I love you. Can everybody hear me okay, guys? Miss Dipley. I did it again, Dippy. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Off the hook, off the chain, baby girl. You have got to get a hold of me. You have got me worried. I have give you the email address. Please get a hold of me so I can talk with you on the phone. Miss Shalima, good to see you, babe. Well, guys, so far I have not heard anything from Mr. or Mrs. Wells. So I do not know if they're going to be showing or not. I've got to take my glasses off. But if they don't, we have quite of a conversation to happen, so. Wandering Hearts. Hello. Robin. Guys, I'm smoking. You know I have to smoke. I'm sorry. If I'm going to be on camera, you're going to have to deal with me smoking. That's all I can say. Wicked Bitch of the South. Like the name. Now, guys, before anybody gets in here, Debbie D, hello. Okay, listen. If by chance Don and Candus come up on panel, which I'm hoping and praying that they do, I want to say, like with Star, when everybody got going with Star and I went off the deep end and I just shut it down. I don't want that to happen. If you do not agree with something, please don't sit and argue about it in chat. We are here to listen and learn what we can about the day that she went missing, about what has happened since, what's been said. You know, I mean, the reason people have said the things they've said, the reason they've acted the way they've acted, that's all I'm concerned with. I want to learn as much as I possibly can. We can't do that if we sit in here and we argue and we fight and we cause drama. Now, like I told Don in the video when I put it out, I do not plan on kissing his butt. I'm not going to lick his boots, but I'm not going to be a complete ass either. I will discuss this just as if Candus is the same age as my oldest child. Okay? And I will be discussing this with them, or at least with Candus, the same way I would be talking to my oldest child if this happened to one of them. And with Don, I'll just talk to him just like I would any other old fart that's here in Tennessee. I'm not giving anybody special treatment. I'm not going to kiss their boots, but I'm not going to be a complete jerk about anything either. I'm not going to bash them or accuse them or whatever. And I'm not going to allow anybody else to do it either. My mods have strict instructions. If people start getting out of hand, you will get a timeout. If that don't work, you will get blocked, is all I can say. And I don't want you arguing with each other in chat either. Now, I'm sorry if that makes some people mad, but that's just the way it's going to be. Plain and simple. Now, let me get back up here to Off the Hook. Okay, I am literally so new to YouTube. Okay. Where'd you go? I seen you said something else. I think that only counts on TikTok. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. We're all grown-ups here. Exactly. We can argue later. That's right, we can. And I would like for everybody that's in here, please say an extra prayer. I don't want to say what it's about, but Zero, she's one of the subs. She's usually in here. She comments all the time. She chats a lot, and she cares deeply about Summer. Please say an extra prayer for her. She asked for prayers today. And where two or more people come together in agreement, the Lord will see it done. So please, I ask for your prayers for Zero. Yes, I did. I put it out. Did you not see it, Dippy? Dippy, would you like to come up? Crazy, the other girl that's coming in, she should be getting here soon. And even if the whales do not show up, we have, we plan on giving y'all something to watch and something to listen to. Dippy, take the link, darling. That's right. It would give them opportunity to speak up. And I have a lot of questions that, I'm not going to bombard them with questions. This is not an interview, guys. This is humans sitting down and trying to talk to each other and trying to get information. And sorry about talking with my hands. I do it. Thank you, Off the Hook. Prayers for you too, darling. Hi, Grossi. Grossi. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sweetheart. Thank you. Yes, please, guys, support the channel. Hit the thumbs up. And it's not just my channel. It's everybody's channel. And everybody's opinion does count on this channel. I promise you. Even if sometimes I get aggravated and I say something back to you in the comments, I might say something back to you, but trust me, I'm never going to go off and cuss you or anything. I'm not. You can ask one of your mods to ask Donald's questions in Messenger. Yeah, but I want to hear it from Don himself. But I thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that, hun. Hi, Nana. I'm so glad I did not miss this. So good to see you. Oh, it's good to see you too, Plant Diva. I'm glad you're here, hun. Hello, Crazy. I'm going to drop that link again for both of you if you both want to go ahead and come on up. There's Dippy, I think. Yeah, ma'am, that's Dippy. Crazy, are you coming?
I was here.
Hi, Dippy. Hello, Selena.
Hi,
Can
honey.
you send a to DM or Candace to invite them? I don't have their messenger or anything, hun.
How are you?
You're breaking up really bad, Dippy. The link, stitching the link is in the thing. I'll drop it again, hon. It's in the chat, stitching. You can't get, I don't know how to send it over the phone, honey.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to.
Well, you're breaking up really bad. I can't understand you. Hello, Miss Corey. Carrie, hello. I made it, did get the notification. So good to see you. It's good to see you, Carrie. Crazy. I'm going to call you Patsy Cline. You need to come on up here. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can do it. Send it. Messenger. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on one second. It's not letting me. It's not letting me. Bitching. Okay, I got people up here. Hello, Crazy. Hello, Dippy.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Christola, is there any way that you could copy the link for my panel and send it to Stitching and Bitching? She's going to try to send it to Candace and Donald. Hello, how have you been?
Doing good. Ready for this live.
Are you? Is that a llama?
A llama?
Yeah, it looks like a llama.
It's a dog.
Oh, it looks like a llama. Dippy, where'd you go?
Hey,
I think Dippy's having problems.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not good.
Anyway, so how have you been?
I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm good, actually. Signal is bad. We getting bad rains here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dippy. Well, if it clears up a little bit, hon, you just pop on back up here. So while we wait in anxious anticipation for hopefully Mr. Wells and Miss Bly to show up, what would you like to discuss?
Do you want to talk about any other cases? So we can.
Have you heard anything about the Madalena Kojikari case?
I have not. What is that?
She's 11 years old from North Carolina, Cornelius, North Carolina. She went, last time she was seen was getting off the school bus on November the 21st. And that can be proven. Her mother says the last time she saw her might have been the 23rd of November when she put her to bed at 10 o'clock. Then she went downstairs, got in an argument with her husband, which is stepdad to the girl, and he left to go pick up some things from Michigan. He was gone for a few days. When he comes back, the girl is gone, and they both, for a week or more, was asking each other if they knew what happened to the girl, and they both declined and said, oh, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. She did not get reported until the 15th of December, and that was only because the school put on pressure because she had not been in school.
Oh, wow. How old was she again?
11. Her and her mom are from Moldova.
Okay.
Basically, her mom was a mail order bride.
Oh, okay. So, what do you think is going on there?
I think the mom did something to her, and whether the stepdad had any hand in it or not, he's just as guilty because neither one of them turned the baby in as soon as they found out she was gone.
Right.
May says, "Hi, Don. If you are watching with Candus, please come up and chat with Nana. We all want Summer found. We will be respectful." Thank you, May. I appreciate that.
Yes, we can be adults and be
Absolutely.
civil.
100%. And like I said, this is not an interview. I literally just want to talk.
Right. And Nana
Yeah.
is just the most down to earth, easy to talk to, real person on YouTube, in my opinion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Kojikari case is super sketchy. Yeah, it is. And I heard, guess what, guys? The super investigator of the world has flew with her cape down there to find out what happened. Have y'all heard about that?
Which superhero?
Bullhorn Betty.
Oh, okay. Man, she's busy.
Yeah. She's flying, she's zipping from here to there all the time.
I
One side of
know.
the country to the other.
That is expensive. Where's the money coming from?
Well, she gets donations, unlike the rest of us in the YouTube streets. She gets lots and lots of donations, from what I hear.
Yeah.
May says the mom is a hoochie mama in the Kojikari case.
I'll have to check on that. I don't know anything about it.
You ought to. I mean, it's real weird. They went in on the 22nd of December, I think it was. I may be wrong on the dates, guys. It's hard to keep them all track. But they went in, and the FBI and all of them went in and did a search for evidence and stuff in the home. They found a plywood board up over like the kitchen door or something, and he was trying to say that they were building the extra apartment in the house. And the little girl went missing with her backpack with some clothes in it.
Okay.
But the mom doesn't know what happened to her. She put her to bed and went to talk to her the next morning, and she was gone. And she didn't report her missing because she didn't want to cause any trouble with her husband.
Oh, now that's a bad sign.
But he spent 13 hours driving to Michigan.
Yeah.
To go pick up a few things.
That's fishy.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
I agree with that, Janie. Completely. I would read that out loud, but we're not allowed to bash creators on this channel.
That's right. Yeah. It's hard not to say what you think.
Yeah, it is.
But, I think in some of these cases, some of these creators are you either love them or hate them.
Right. And the school bus has video of her exiting to her home after school one day. That was the 21st of November, right? That was the very day that the schools got out for Thanksgiving break.
Oh, okay.
Discovering says, I don't believe she was a mail order bride because she lived in Asheville, North Carolina with her brother, Andre, before she met Christopher. Oh, that's right. Discovering did find out a bunch of information about her, like what her real last name is and stuff. Or what her real name is, should I say. And it's not Diane.
Right. Looks like Christola has to go.
Are you leaving? But gremlins are sick. Oh, tell my babies I love them. And I have some bullshits to deal with. It's a lot. I'll text or call later. Somebody got a hold of me. I don't. Or Candus, come on, and y'all need help. Okay, I will, baby. Thank you.
One of my questions
What?
for Dawn. I'd like to
What?
know more about. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
One of the questions I would have for Dawn is what his real feelings are about Ronnie Lawson and the sheriff's office as a whole, and
Right.
how they have been about Summer's case, and just see what his experience with them is and what he really thinks of them. I thought
You
that would
know,
be interesting.
that is an excellent question. You know, one that I would love to ask if Don would come up here and talk, if he's in here listening.
Mhm.
I would love to know what Ronnie Lawson said to him when he tapped him on the shoulder in the courtroom and whispered in his ear.
When was that? When did
That
that
was
happen?
that was November the 1st of
Okay.
2021.
Okay, so it was the DUI thing.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I would
Yeah.
love to know what Ronnie Lawson said.
Well, it's got to make Don feel some kind of way that Carly Trent, things were handled so much better, I think, with her case than Summer's case has been. I mean, they were very different in how they handled it. So,
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, they brought in, hang on a second. They brought in the U.S. Marshals and all with Carly Trent. They
mhm,
allowed civilians to hunt for
mhm,
her and look for her.
yep, yep.
Which brings us back. I'm live and I can think about it. Does anybody have a clue whether or not Frank Light was actually on his horse checking the fence row or whatever it was he was doing before Summer got gone, or did he drag his horse out and put the saddle and bridle and everything on it after Summer got gone and then start looking for her? Because he's the only civilian that was allowed to go out there and freely look around for Summer.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah,
makes
that'd
me
be a good
wonder.
question too, though, because let me think. I mean, John may know of other civilians that were neighbors that maybe we don't even know got out and
Well,
searched.
there's a ranch down there, a farm, whatever you want to call it, but they deal with horses. They do horseback riding stuff,
Mhm.
and they offered the sheriff's department that they would mount the horses themselves and go look. And the sheriff's department said, nope, we don't need you. We don't need your horses, blah, blah, blah. Just we need y'all to
Really?
stay where you're at. Yeah.
Oh my
And it was at
gosh!
no cost to anybody, from what I understand. That's
Wow.
what the guy that owns the place told, I believe it was Crystal's Crime Time at the time.
Uh-huh.
I think it was her that had the phone call with him.
Mhm.
And they said, nope, sorry, we can't use you. But yet Frank Light was allowed to run around on his horse and look for Summer. Now, my
Wow.
big question is, was he out riding around on that horse before Summer turned up missing? And if
Mhm.
so, and I'm not trying to accuse nobody, I am throwing questions out there. This is all alleged.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
if he was out riding his horse and that baby walked down that driveway like it's been told that she has done,
Mhm.
what would it take for somebody on a horse to grab a child up and be gone across the mountain?
Right.
It
That'd
would
be
take no
easy
time at all.
access. Yeah.
Just type it.
Yeah. That's a good question. I mean, you've got good questions. Stuff that, I don't think anybody's asked before. Oh, Nan, are you there? Can anybody hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you now.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what happened. Maybe it's the storms coming in.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been raining here all day.
Well, that's why Dippy couldn't do it, because she's getting storms where she's at. Says, remember the horse that was running wild down the road? Yeah, that, from what I understand, don't know it for a fact, but what I understand was that was Frank Light's horse. But that was the following day after Summer went missing. or the next conference or presser. But that was supposedly Frank Light's horse.
Uh-huh.
But I don't understand why nobody ever said anything else about him searching for Summer. He was down there next to the church doing something. He was supposedly up next to a fence row somewhere on his property doing something on his horse. But yet nobody wants to talk about Frank Light. I don't know if it's because they're scared of him.
Mm-hmm. Who's the first person Don got out to see when they first found out? Like, what, there was some neighbor he went to first to ask questions?
Oh, I don't know who it was that Don himself went to, but now I do know that there was a gentleman that he turned the name over to law enforcement, and that the first person law enforcement went to, and Don said, "Hey, you need to check this guy out." Gave them the name, and they went and checked him out. Now he was cleared,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
it's strange nobody ever talked about that either.
Mm-hmm.
And his name was Hack Rhines, and he lives on Light Holler Road.
Okay.
That is not hearsay. Well, it's sort of hearsay, but it's not. Somebody very close to that household got in contact with me.
Oh, okay.
And
Hmm.
even though, he was cleared, they wondered why nobody ever mentioned it.
Right.
And if anybody goes and looks that man's name up and finds that he has had a past record, he was jailed, but
Mm-hmm.
he was jailed because he supposedly stole a dog and a pack of cigarettes from his next door neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, big time criminal.
Hmm.
Hello, Alpaca Maid. How are you today, hon? Staffers, hello. Lisa Hope. Amanda C. I'm seeing some new names in here too, guys. Welcome to everybody. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, guys, please. It helps, the channel grow. Hello, Kitty Cat. The Ellie said there is no reason to suspect stranger abduction. It don't seem to be. She wandered off. I am learning the parents are not involved, but it leads to Ben Hill Road. Has this been thoroughly? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to look at all the people that lived near Summer and around her. And I mean, take your pick, you know, take your pick, any one of them.
Well, Corey says maybe Don and Candus know why Frank Light was allowed to look for her.
Yeah, they probably would.
But to me, I'm sorry, it's strange. They will not allow locals to search for her because they said they did not know who may have been involved or who may have took her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they're going to allow someone who has a record such as Frank Light
Mm-hmm.
to go look for a missing child.
Right.
That sounds as hanky as Brandon Lawson getting 20 years and getting all of it busted down but one.
Well, what did he have to serve? A day or a week?
1 year, supposedly.
But I mean, he ended up serving. It ended up going down to like either a week or a day. Does anybody in the chat know
I
what
think
Brandon got?
he is being held in Greene County or Granger County.
Yes. But somebody told me he's already out.
Well, I've been told that he is only doing weekends.
Oh my gosh. Seriously?
Yeah. He's evidently gotten work release. That's a rumor. I don't know it to be fact.
Right.
Hello, Robin Odom. I cannot get my mouth to work right today. Yes, Don and Candus, if you are listening, if you see this, please pop up. Just all you have to do is say drop a link.
Yeah, Heather, Matt, I think you're right. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people who are completely floored to find out that they're innocent and didn't have any part to play in Summer's disappearance. I mean, there's going to be a lot of apologies, I think, hopefully.
Okay, Brandon Lawson? Brandon said the law checked Light Hollow property, but they didn't until 3 days after to retrieve evidence that had been tampered with by Brandon himself. What?
So Brandon was in like a part of the search or near it? I didn't know that.
I
wouldn't
didn't
be
either.
surprised, but I didn't know that.
Wow. Now, I've heard the rumor, we don't know it for a certainty, but I've heard the rumor that his sister was up there at the alleged party at their house a couple of days before Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wondered if Brandon was there, but I can't believe that. Brandon said the law checked Light Hollow property, but they didn't until 3 days after to retrieve evidence that had been tampered with by Brandon himself. I wonder where that piece of information come from.
I don't know. I have not heard that at all.
I can't get past Damien as my main suspect at the moment.
Didn't he join the military or something?
That's what Jody Sue says. And Jody Sue, if you're out there, you're welcome to pop up here, by the way. Would love to talk to you, girl.
Not that Brandon. It's the Brandon that JLR. JLR.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who's that?
You remember when JLR and he went up that one Light Hollow Road and he goes to the end and there's a guy and his mom living up there and he gets out and walks through the woods with some stranger, which was just one of the brightest things I've ever seen anybody do.
What?
He goes walking through the woods with this stranger so that he can see the lay of the land, basically. I mean, how was he to know that? And not saying this Brandon dude did, but I'm just saying JLR had no clue, and we still don't know what happened to Summer. This man could have been the person to have done away with her, and JLR is going to get out and walk through the woods with him, and he probably wouldn't have found nothing out until he got way up in the woods where nobody could hear him screaming, and the dude does away with him.
Oh my gosh. That's so
I mean, how
dangerous.
stupid was that?
That is crazy.
I'm sorry, but that was stupid.
Yeah. Candace Lee says, I don't understand why the Attorney General doesn't investigate Hawkins County Police Department. Have you guys heard this information? Someone who I feel is credible and sticks to facts said that another creator had called Hawkins County and had asked them to speak to someone or the lead investigator on Summer's case. And Hawkins County told them there's a gag order in place. They cannot talk about it.
Yeah.
And so that's what making some people think that they are being investigated by the FBI.
Well, according to Trevor Lee, they are.
Yeah.
Lisa Hope says it was Brandon, and we're talking about the Deep Woods Brandon, not Brandon Lawson, just to get that straight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That Brandon that provided Frank Light's alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, does anybody know if Frank Light was on his horse before Summer went missing? Sorry, don't take that alibi.
Oh.
The right reports have not been filed properly for that to happen without probable cause.
Why else? Why else would they say there's a gag order? If it's, I'm just, guessing here, but if it's not a gag order in place because they are being investigated, what else could that mean for Hawkins County to say there's a gag order when you ask to like inquire about Summer's case?
Because there's a gag order on Summer's case.
Okay.
They're not allowed to speak about Summer's case. Honey, they put a gag order on Carly Trent's case.
Okay. Gotcha.
And this was after they supposedly got the man that kidnapped her. And it wasn't on the general public. This was on the district attorney. This was on all the lawyers, all the court people, everybody involved, police officers.
Mm-hmm.
They were not allowed to speak of nothing about Carly's case.
Okay. Well,
So
I mean, when did that go into effect for Hawkins County?
For Hawkins County, I think I'm probably got this wrong, but it's roundabout there. I believe it went into effect around October the 11th, 2021.
Okay.
And there's a gag order on the CPS case.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I kind of knew that and everything. Go ahead.
That Brandon dude did have a pew-pew with him. Now tell me how not smart JLR was.
I just remembered what you're talking about. Yes. Like, they're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, anything could have happened. And, like, he's carrying a gun.
Right. You can't say that word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive
It's
me.
okay. There's not an official gag order on file for the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department being under investigation. The FBI will not be the ones to investigate.
If the FBI wouldn't be the ones, then who would?
The Department of Justice.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing.
Off the Hook says, do they just put gag orders on all the ones that they have their hands on? Probably.
It just gets more and more strange. I mean, if this was a movie, you'd never be able to figure it out either because of
That's
all the
true.
people who lived around them and, could have very easily been near Summer, just because of location.
Yeah. While we're waiting, is there anybody that wants to come up on panel for a minute or two to state your opinion or to give a piece of information that we don't already have? I dropped the link if you do. U.S. Attorney.
Corey Edwards says, I thought he was mending a fence by the church. What church would that be, Corey?
The one right there across from, well, it's not directly across from Ben Hill, but it's like diagonally from Ben Hill. It's from, that was what my understanding was.
Okay.
I just knew he was supposedly who runs around mending fences this day and time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mending fences. It sounds like, the 1800s.
The Western days, yeah. A cattle drive or, a big cattle ranch. Now the horse ranch that's up there, yeah, I can understand them. They're out mending fences. Was Frank working for them? That I don't know. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I would like to find out.
Yeah. That's right.
It's scary, quite frankly, yeah. They were all doing sheds and gardening that day. Yeah, they were, weren't they? They seem to be some busy little beavers up there in Rogersville.
And why didn't somebody see something then? That's the question.
I don't know. I started to say something snippy, but I won't.
Okay. You can be snippy if you want to.
Well, I was just going to say, and if Don and Candus, if you're watching,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not meaning this towards you. I've just got a smart ass attitude. Nobody saw anything crazy because she just got gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marlena's dad.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that was Marlena's dad's church.
Do you know the name of the church?
Now, there's something we can discuss. All the people that have been connected with this case who have now gone to meet their maker.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have Jody Sue's brother who passed in February. We have Marlena's dad who passed in February. We have Jerry, the one that Don worked with. He passed away. We have Jose, which, is here nor there. I mean, it's up in the air, but he passed. We have Leslie, which is Allie's, best friend. She's passed. I mean, there are tons and tons of Brianna passed.
Right.
And I know there's a couple more.
Mm. This would make that, I'm not trying to sound heartless or anything, but I mean, this is stranger than fiction. I don't think you could come up with a movie, for a missing child and it have any more details and suspects and all of that. I mean, it's just unreal. It's unreal.
I agree 100%. Did anyone else hear that a police car was seen sitting near the driveway around the time Summer disappeared? I've heard that, but I've not seen any proof except for what we've been arguing over for 19 months, which was Don says he took pictures of the four-wheeler and the police car and the wrecked red truck the morning that Summer got gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's pictures of that, right?
Yes, there are. But then Don came in and changed his mind a couple of different times about when it was supposed to have happened.
Oh, so he's confused about that.
Baby Joe and Summer's case have too many similarities. I've followed both very, very closely from the beginning of each. I'm in Knoxville, and I do believe both passed from being drugged. Well, Mama B, I did a video about Summer and Joe and Peaches today.
I didn't see that.
You didn't. It's just short. It's only like 5-6 minutes long. But Avery Peaches Shorts, they called her Peaches, was 6 years old. She lived in Knoxville. She was 6 years old. The mom's, I guess what you would call maybe a sugar daddy, who lived in the same projects as the mom and Peaches and her brother, I think it was. Anyways, he lived in another apartment with his wife and kids and whatever, but he would come down there and they would have their little hoorahs, and he would help her out sometimes with soda money, stuff like that, give her rides to the store. Mm-hmm. He was there that day trying to get the mom to go to town with him. She didn't want to go. She was getting ready to cook. He got mad, started to leave. She said, "Are you not even going to give me the change to get a soda with?" He throws the change down on the table and walks out the door. As soon as he leaves, she asks Peaches to walk down to the corner store, which is just a couple blocks from the house, to grab her a drink. And that was the last time she ever saw Peaches.
Okay.
She was found a year later, maybe 15 minutes from her house. And they knew who did it. It was the guy that, was dating the mom, but they could never pin it on him. And he died in a nursing home. And by the time the when he was last time he was questioned, he was, I don't remember nothing. I don't remember nobody. I don't have a clue what anything is. And when the detective said, "Can you tell me about Peach's shorts?" He looks at him and says, "I ain't never unalived nobody in my life." And that was the last thing he said to him.
Oh.
So he didn't know anything until her name was brought up, and then he didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the thing when somebody passes away, more than likely it's not going to get solved.
Hello,
if that's the
Casper.
person.
Hello, Just Jenna. Niche, how are you? Fun fact, Nana is hardcore till the wheels fall off kind of gal. Thank you, Niche. How have you been? Long time no see, old friend. I don't know. I just want to talk to Don and Candus.
Right.
If it don't happen, it don't happen. And by no means, people, let me put this out there. There may be other YouTubers out there, creators, whatever you want to call them, that may be begging Don and Candus to speak to them or to come on their channel. I'm not. I plainly stated they can come on panel, or they are more than welcome to get a hold of me through email, and we can swap phone numbers and I can talk to them on the phone, and nothing has to be recorded. So anybody out there putting out videos saying I'm begging for them to come on my panel and then attempting to give me interview tips, I do want to say thank you. I appreciate it with all my heart if you were speaking to me. But I know that you have only had integrity for this case since the beginning of it. You were sincere in your offer to give me tips, but I think I've got this. Even though you have way more experience in interviewing people than I do.
You've definitely got this.
Thank you, babe. Versi, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I do appreciate the person. I do thank them. But, it's just a talk between adults. I think I got this, and I don't need any tips on how to talk.
That's right. If I thought for 1 minute you were doing this for money or even just more subscribers, I wouldn't be supporting you in you trying to talk to them. I know where it's coming from. I know who you are. I know that you care.
Thank you.
And I mean, that's the truth. I'm not trying to, pin roses on your shoulder or anything. I'm just serious. You're just very real. You've got great questions for them. And, you would never be awful to them or attacking them, but you have some real thought out questions that make a lot of sense to ask and would probably really give us new information because questions haven't been asked yet.
Right.
So
that's what I was going to say is, and the questions that I want to bring up or talk to them about have not been discussed before.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I mean, it's not as simple as, "Oh, where's Summer? What'd you do?" I ain't doing all that.
Right.
I want to discuss it with them, not accuse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really getting into a screaming match isn't doing anybody any good.
Agreed.
It's not helping anything. People have their emotions so strong in this case because people have come to love Summer. And people have really strong opinions about who's at fault. But we need to be able to debate what our ideas are and what we think may have happened and be able to talk to somebody who thinks the absolute opposite of us about that and talk in a respectful way.
True. That's why I was really hoping Dippy would be up here with us today.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. We've all got to start seeing things through other people's eyes and understanding why they feel the way they do. I mean, and if nothing else, just have respect that they are entitled to their opinion.
Right. I pulled this up because I noticed the name and I was trying to make it out. It says Champagne Girl, aka Nana Psychoville. But then she says, I agree. I felt beautiful vibes with truth and honesty the first time I heard Donna. Truly sincere. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you all for your beautiful words towards me. And I know that not everybody can believe everything that everybody's saying, but I'm telling you, for the people that are on here that have talked to me on the phone, they can tell you I am 100% the same on the phone or in person as I am on camera.
Yep, that's exactly right. I can't stand fake people. I can't stand somebody to lie to me.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. I can't stand a liar either. Yeah. Because if my mom always taught me, if you'll lie, you'll do any damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can always lie to cover up whatever it was you did.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. I'm not going to say I've never lied in my life, but as a general rule, I don't really have time for people who don't have the integrity to tell the truth. It's, you can't trust them.
That's true.
And I just like real people who are who they are. They're not putting on a show for anybody, and they're, I don't know, and they're respectful to other people.
Well, I try to be. Sometimes I get agitated, and I did get agitated in the comments this morning or last night. And the lady or gentleman, I'm not sure who it was, GC, whoever, whether it's male or female, they were trying to call me on it. And I'm like, look, you have to understand, there's one of me.
Mm-hmm.
There's hundreds of you that disagree with me.
Mm-hmm.
And although I don't let every bad comment, stay on or in the chat or in the comments, I take some of them down if they're really bad, but I do try to leave bad comments up so that everybody can get a true opinion of me. Right. But if you don't like my channel and don't like my opinion about something, you are welcome to go find a channel that you find more suitable to your beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to just sit around, listen to it, and just get more and more angry.
Face, red heart shaped face. Oh, okay.
Well, somebody had mentioned a little further up in the chat about someone saying that Candus had a stroke.
Yeah.
How do we know that?
Because Don said it.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
But I will state the same thing I stated before. Don made it sound when he was on Crime Critters and Crazy on the Farm or whatever it is. He made it sound like that Candus had a stroke before he got out of jail.
Right.
That's the way it sounded to me.
Okay.
I contacted a person that I know, and they told me, beyond a shadow of a doubt, Candus did not have a stroke before Don got out of jail.
Okay.
So if she had one, it's been since he got out of jail.
Right. Yeah.
But if they've not seen the boys or anything in 15 months, well, that's what Don said, that he hadn't.
He didn't mention Candus, did he?
No.
As far as her going to see. Okay.
Get grounded. White lies only. I feel I'm protecting my children. I'm still 50-50 on that, LOL, but I just can't do it. I don't get how people can. I don't either, honey.
You know, speaking of strokes, I have a really good friend, and her dad had a stroke like 2 days ago, and his son was living with him and didn't take him to the hospital until today. And
Mm.
there's been a lot of damage done. Like, if you think you're having a stroke, get to the emergency room or hospital as fast as you can, because they can literally give you
Reverse the,
medication to stop it.
yeah.
So it will just completely stop it from continuing to do the damage. But if you wait, it does more and more damage. So
Well, a friend of mine not too long ago was telling me that he had woke up and it felt like the side of his face was tingling, the whole
mhm.
side of his face, like it was asleep. And he didn't sound like he was slurring his words, but he sounded like he was a little bit messed up, like been drinking just a little bit,
Mhm.
not real bad or anything. And I told him, you are more than likely having a stroke. And he did not, oh, I've got a doctor's appointment Monday, I'll go then. And sure enough, as soon as he went to the doctor and told him he had been having many strokes
Yeah,
through the whole weekend.
right.
Tina says people lie for 3 reasons: to gain, to conceal, and to protect. In this case, who stands to benefit?
Mm.
That can be answered in many different ways, Tina. I mean, I don't think they're going to gain anything.
Yeah, somebody said sounds like Bell's palsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first time she got on for the interview, um, some people mentioned that just by the way she was talking. You know how her mouth looked or something. It looked like Bell's,
Yeah.
but I don't know a lot about that.
Well, the one person that has brought anything up about Bell's palsy, and that was the first time I'd ever heard anything about it, was Molly. And she says she suffers from it.
Oh, okay.
But we don't know what it does or anything because obviously she doesn't go on camera when she suffers from it.
Yeah, right. She should go on camera. She can provide some.
Yeah, she could provide a lot of insight
Exactly.
for other people, not just, about Candus or anything, but for anybody who suffers from it
Mm-hmm.
and don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking I'm having a stroke, LOL, and sometimes I think I have heart strokes, LOL. I know I need to go to the doctor, but it's almost impossible. Well, girl, I'm telling you, you better get your butt to the darn doctor. I know you have your hands
Just
full.
go to the emergency room. Find a way to get to some hospital's emergency room.
It's not that she has to tend to her son, and she doesn't ever go anywhere.
Mm, that sounds scary. Does it only so Bell's palsy does that show up? You have phases where it shows up and then you have other phases where it doesn't show up? Do you know, Nana?
From what Molly said, it flares up like if you're in a real stressful situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not something I don't know for a fact because, like I said, everything I know about it is from what Molly discussed.
Okay.
But if you can just develop it so one day, it's not like you're born with it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if it flares up, just like a stroke can hit you, even though you have no family history of a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
But if it flares up, you get upset or whatever, and it flares up, you almost feel like you're having a stroke.
Oh, okay.
Because your face droops, it gets out of whack and you can't hardly speak, basically almost all the symptoms of a stroke,
Mm-hmm.
except no brain damage is done.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I hope if she did, she was able to, get somewhere and get help with it.
Right. I love your name, Butterfly Kisses.
I remember that song.
Yep. Hello, Suzette. Bells is brought out by stress. Molly is correct. Certain kinds can disfigure the face. Okay. Well, like I said, that's all. I mean, that's the only person I've ever heard of that has suffered from it. I'd never heard of it before it happened to Molly. And then she was talking about it. And of course, everybody was accusing her of, oh, she was having cosmetic surgery and just trying to hide her face.
Mm.
People aren't, I don't get where there are some people who claim they're sick to get attention and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure if Molly was doing that to get attention, then she would have showed her face. I mean, I can't explain what I'm saying. I believe Molly had it.
Yeah.
Bell's palsy is in the same category as shingles. Really?
I know that.
But shingles is brought on by old chicken pox. Hang on one second, guys. Let me shut the door. My son has just gotten home, and I don't want him coming in here and making noise.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hello, I'm that bitchin' mama bear. Holy moly, hello. I'm still seeing more people and more people coming in. Has everybody went out and hit the thumbs up, guys? It really helps. And I mean, if you don't like me or don't like what I'm saying, go hit the thumbs down. It's okay too.
Just get a response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I tell you what, if you don't want to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, go hit the subscribe button.
Ooh.
It's bigger. You'll get a bigger reaction.
Yeah, don't forget to ring the bell too.
Oh yeah. See, and that's even a louder reaction.
You know what? I haven't been getting, but maybe a notification for your lives and your videos. It's just not happening. I've tried to, unsubscribe and subscribe again and all of that. I just can't. I don't know. YouTube's really messed up with that.
YouTube didn't like me for a while. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've not been doing a whole lot of lives though, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I know, but I'd love to still get notification that you have the video, just like the one today. Right. I hadn't seen it.
Says I actually had shingles as a teenager. Not very often young like that is attacked. One side of my face that was painful though. I've never heard of shingles attacking you or doing that. Shingles to me has always been like a breakout, like a rash, very, very, very extremely painful rash and stuff on your torso.
Here, yeah. So did the damage that shingles did it stay that way? Was it permanent?
I don't even remember who it was that said that.
Yeah.
Shingles vaccine is available now.
Yeah. It is. I've thought about getting it.
Had shingles around my second son's birth. Oh, wow. I always thought it was only older people that got it too.
Mm-hmm.
Shingles is brought on by the herpes virus, just as is chicken pox. You bet I hit that like. Thank you, darling. I did not know that chicken pox was a herpes type virus. Now, trust me, I know what herpes simplex 1 is. All 4 of my children, when they were very, very tiny, because my kids are within 4 years of each other. My youngest one was a year old. And all 4 of my kids had herpes simplex 1. It's where the blisters break out all in their mouth and they can't eat or drink or anything. And they run temperature like 104 the whole, like for 7-8 days. It was horrible.
That is awful. All your kids had that?
At one time, yeah. My mom had to go with me to the hospital when I took them to the hospital. She took 2 kids in one room and I took 2 in the other room
Mm.
for them to be seen by the doctors. It
Oh,
was horrible.
yeah, I guess so.
Okay, guys, we're getting off topic. So what are we discussing here? Has anybody figured out why the FBI has took Summer off of their list?
Did they?
Everybody that has contacted me is still telling me that she is no longer on that list. Now,
Now, what
Rose,
list? What list though?
the FBI list of missing
Okay.
people. Now, Rose is still on there, but Summer isn't.
Okay. But she was on there. Like she's been on there before, just not now.
Yes, but she's
Well,
gone now.
does that mean she's not on the Amber Alert list anymore?
Well, as far as I know, she's still on the TBI list.
Okay. That's weird. That is very weird.
Yes, it is very weird. I do not know where you go to check, and everybody keeps saying, "Go ask U.S. Marshals, go ask TBI." Well, that's a little hard to do when the only place when you pull up either one, the only place you go is straight to a tip line. You don't have the opportunity to call them up or text them or email them. You go to their website, period. You pull their names up, and it's straight to a tip line.
Oh, okay.
Now, TBI, you can pick up the phone and call them.
Have you ever called in a tip to TBI?
Oh, yeah.
Did
All
you
the-
get a response?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
that's
I mean,
good.
what the first time I called was over the Sky News, whatever, when they said that they did the satellite footage and they saw 4 people get in a car at Don and Candus's house and then go into the woods, and only 3 people came out, and that was supposedly the day Summer went missing.
Mm-hmm.
And these group of people went up there to the same coordinates the next day, and they found bones and clothing and stuff. Okay. Now, I called Leslie Earhart myself, and she called me back within like maybe 45 minutes. And she told me, yes, everything that guy had said on his video was true, except for the fact, including bringing in a whatever it was, a bone specialist or whatever they are. I forget. It slips my mind right now. But anyways, they did bring that person in. The only thing that wasn't correct in what he said, supposedly, was that it was deer bones that they found. TBI was there. You know, they were called in. They did go, but it was deer bones. My question, had I thought about it at the time, I would have certainly have asked Leslie, when do deers dress in clothing, and when do deers bury their own loved ones? Because part of those bones were buried like 6 inches deep.
It makes sense.
Huh?
Does not make sense. But what
No.
reason would they have to lie about it?
I don't know. But she did admit that everything else, even including, because I called her, I believe it was on a Wednesday, and it supposedly had happened. They supposedly found the bones like the Wednesday before. And she did, in fact, say, yes, this was when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, I got a hold of TBI and sent them the emails that David Cohen was sending me.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, guys, he knows that I sent them in there. I told David Cohen, whoever he may be, he told me that to be careful because my computer could be hacked or something, because somebody was turning information that he had over to TBI or something like that. And I was like, no, I don't have to worry about my computer being hacked, because everything that you sent me, I send straight to TBI. So I don't have to worry about my computer being hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still emailing me.
That guy's a mystery, man.
Yes, he is. And according to him, he's got one ugly cat. that he found. I'm sorry. I had to put that in there. He has found this ugly, ugly cat that looks like it is wet and been run over and over again. And part of its tail's gone, part of its ear's gone, and one foot's bigger than the other, and it would win an award for the ugliest cat online. And I'm supposed to be getting a picture of it, and if I ever get the picture of it, then I will share it with you guys.
I wanted to ask, it's the message was couple minutes ago, but Casper said there were a child's remains found in Carroll County. What state is that county in? And you said it was found in September, but no news on it. I'd like to look into that if you want to tell me, what state it is and stuff. Is there a Carroll County, Tennessee?
I believe that was Virginia. Don't hold me to it, but I believe it was Virginia. I have I can send you the thingy that was going around. I can send that to you. About those.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, Carroll County, Virginia, Chrissy says.
Mm-hmm. Every time something comes out with, saying remains were found, I just go into panic mode. Hang on, I'm sorry.
Susan Smith says, no, it was the remains of a 22-year-old female in a shallow grave. Just seen this article a couple of days ago with the guy on American Project, something I watched the whole tutorial. Right, that's what they said on the Skyline News thing too. And she's like, no, it was the bones of a deer.
I wonder what Don would say if we asked him, did he get the idea from EquiSearch that they had found where she may have been buried and had been moved? I wonder what he thinks of that.
I would love to know what he thinks of that too, but hang on one second. It says, I think Carroll County is near Bristol, Virginia. If I'm not mistaken. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bristol remains are still unrevealed. Yes, back on the May the 7th, guys, the remains that were found in the woods that everybody thought, and everybody was calling, and I called and did several videos on those remains. The identity still has not been revealed. But now refresh what you were just saying, just to remind me, because I wanted to say something about it. About what Don thought about what?
Well, the fact that when EquiSearch first talked about that first search, they were sounding like they were in a roundabout way trying to say they thought they may have found where she was and it had been moved. Okay. And I just wonder what he would think of that.
I would like to know what he thinks about it too, but do you care if I put something out there?
No, of course.
And this is just my point of view on this. There was a creator who put that out there. It was a private conversation that was accidentally recorded between Dave Rader and Duty Ron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they put it out there as fact, talking about her being moved from one place to another.
Mm-hmm.
When, in my opinion, the way I understood everything being said, Dave Rader was explaining to Duty Ron that the reason they wanted to keep everything hush-hush and not let the public know where they were going to be at tomorrow or where they've already been at yesterday was to keep it, if she was hidden somewhere or, buried, it would keep the person from going and getting her where she might be and moving her to where they've already been.
Right. That makes sense.
But when the creator put that conversation that wasn't even supposed to have been recorded, when they put it out there, they said this is evidence that she's been moved. They think that was not the entire whole conversation.
Right.
And all Dave Rader was doing was explaining that's why they didn't want to tell everybody, was to keep that from happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree about that, but I'm just bringing it up because didn't, like, in the last week or 2 weeks, was it Frank White that said they had found remains but they were moved? I'm not saying he's telling facts, but it kind
Right.
of brought it back up in my mind.
I heard somebody talking about that, but I don't know. I didn't specifically hear that myself, but I did hear people talking about it. But yeah, it would be interesting for Don to come and tell us what he thinks.
Yep. Yep.
But I guess no luck, guys. I don't think he's coming. Maybe we're not just rowdy and dramy enough for them to come and talk with us.
Yeah. Are we boring?
I guess we're boring.
Yeah.
We're evidently boring.
Yeah.
I tried to make it livelier than this, though, because Debbie was supposed to be coming up, and Stitching and Bitching True Crime was supposed to be coming up. And I knew with between you and those two, it was definitely going to be a lively conversation.
Lively. Yeah.
Lively, yes.
Right.
Fred Hill, Lisa Hope. Lisa Hope, what are we talking Fred Hill for? What did he do?
Was he the one that said that the remains were moved? Like I was just talking about? Is that who said it?
Oh, that might be what she's saying.
Wasn't he talking to Ziggy, I believe?
Fred Hill, yeah, he talked to Ziggy.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys would be floored at the amount of crap that I've recovered and researched. I would love to see it, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Hello, vet girl. How are you today, sweetheart? Good to see you in here. It's referring to the footprints. Now, I've got to ask you, what is your thoughts on those footprints?
That's one thing that I've never really even given much thought to, because I don't know. It just, I just don't know that I believe in that they were really her footprints. So you expand on it and to say more, because I just know very little about it.
Well, I know that everybody has speculated that somebody on a motorcycle or somebody on a four-wheeler or somebody just carrying her could have been walking up through there and she was squiggling around and dropped, and that's why there was only one footprint.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody's on a four-wheeler or on a motorcycle, they're going way too fast. They would be more disturbed ground than just one footprint.
Yeah. It just seems weird.
Two, I personally myself do not believe that a 5-year-old, 40-pound little kid, barefooted, can step hard enough through all the sticks and branches and leaves and everything that's covering the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be able to put their foot down hard enough to make an imprint in the ground.
Yeah. Right.
But if you want to jump back over to the theory side of things, if somebody was on a horseback and they had a kid with them and the kid was kicking and screaming and, wiggling around and trying to get away, and they dropped down from a horse, they might have enough force
Yeah.
to make a footprint.
Right.
And
That
it
makes
is
more
possible
sense.
that one foot could have hit before the person on the horse grabbed the kid and jerked it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Just a thought, guys.
Seems like, it seems like it's possible.
But then again, where's the hoof prints from the horse? Of course, they were out working fences and mending fences. So it wouldn't be out of the way for hoof prints from a horse to be all in them woods and stuff, right?
Right. And like Peas in a Pod says, they probably rode places with the boys on dirt bikes and stopped with one foot. Yeah, it could definitely be a foot.
Yeah, that makes complete sense right there. To
Yeah.
brace the bike so it didn't fall over.
Right. And
Duh.
so it could have happened anytime, you know?
But then again, where are the tire marks? If there's enough, for a child to put their foot down and make a footprint, surely there would be tire marks from the four-wheelers or the motorbikes.
I know. Yeah, you would think so.
That area would have been taped off and processed for possible evidence, in my opinion. Exactly, it would have been. How many of those footprints wound up being? What, 5, 6 of them throughout, 2-3 miles? Dave Rader from EquiSearch talked of the footprints, and there were 3 different places where footprints were. I heard Dave Rader, I didn't after this point, but I remember him telling Duty Ron that they got a hold of him. He got in on Saturday night about 11 o'clock that night, and they got a hold of him and said they wanted him out there first thing Sunday morning because they had found a footprint or footprints. But that's all I remember him saying. He was just validating, yes, that's what was said to him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just something
Dave
I've never...
Rader also said they were unfounded.
Oh, the footprints?
Thank you, Vet Girl. I had not heard that.
Oh.
I've been bitching that all along, that they didn't exist.
Yeah.
No way a little kid can step through sticks and leaves and pine needles and enough to be able to make a footprint in the dirt.
Right.
A full-grown man cannot make a footprint in dirt if there is something in between him and the ground.
Yeah. I really think that's why I never thought of it that much, because I was just like, I didn't think anything of it, really.
I was 5 years old running in these woods in East Tennessee, barefooted with my brothers and sisters. We used to go out in the woods and play all the time, swing on the grapevines and everything. And I don't ever remember leaving a footprint. I don't ever remember there being bare ground under the trees, because you got to understand where they're talking about is there's a canopy of trees overhead. So there's always going to be bramble, is what I call it, on the ground.
Right.
Excuse me for coughing, guys. He said on duty, Ron, we landed and they said they found a print. Nothing came of it. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Well, guys, I do apologize that Don did not show. Candus did not show.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but...
No, Dana Kay, what was said, and it was by Mary, and I believe it was on January the 25th is when it came out. It originally came out on No Thanks with Doug, that Don had a conversation with his dad, and that he had mentioned to his dad that, I believe he said, and I'm sort of paraphrasing here, guys, basically that he was scared because he believed that Candus had done that. And that this was told to his dad. Now, his dad supposedly didn't tell Mary about it until that following August or something like that. I don't know how it went. Or maybe it happened in August and they didn't tell her until January. But I remember it was January when she went on No Thanks and told about it.
Yeah.
And everybody done videos on that, myself included.
Did you see that? I think you missed a comment.
oh,
Somebody
I
had
missed.
asked if you'd be interested in helping about another missing girl. Did you see that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Did we get a name?
Kimberly, do you have that name?
I'm trying to find Kimberly.
It's Kimberly
Brummett.
Gellard.
Kimberly what?
Gaillard.
Gillard.
I guess.
Gollard. Right there. Found her. If I can get Olivia's mom to do a video, would you be interested in helping her mother speak about her daughter being missing since August 2021? Absolutely. Yes. Kimberly, you're the one that asked me to do isn't Olivia the one that I did the video on before for you?
Yeah, she just said that.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. My email is nanasangelsyt@gmail.com. Just get a hold of me, hon. Absolutely. Wouldn't mind one bit. And guys, it's like I have ADHD. I do not mean to just do a video on a child and then go to something else, or a person and go to something else. And then I do that, but I don't mean to. There's just so many. I'm trying to constantly do videos on other people, and I forget to come back and do updates on the ones I've already done. It's not that I don't care. It's just there's so many we can't keep up.
Mm-hmm. That's sad. Well, let me ask you this. Are you going to keep the invitation to Don and Candus extended
Oh, absolutely.
if they change their mind?
Absolutely. They have the email address. Stitching, Bitching, and True Crime sent them videos a lot. There was, I think Dippy sent them the video that I made.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, at any time they have the email, they can get a hold of me. I'm willing to talk to them on screen, off screen, no recording. It don't matter. I want to help try to find this baby. Peaches shorts haunted me from the time I was 13 years old until after Summer went missing. That's when I finally found out what happened to her. I want to find out what happened to Summer.
Yes, you do.
The seekers search to know. The knowers do not seek. Searching for a child means you are seeking to find and know. That's so deep. Thank you, Big Girl. Wow.
A lot of truth there.
Yeah, very, very. The tuna noodle casserole comment is what Grandma said, her last words to her, and that she said she loved her. Okay, who are we speaking of, guys? Are we talking about Olivia or somebody else? Because I don't ever remember anything about tuna casserole being brought up in Summer Wells' case. That I would have remembered. I mean, wouldn't you have remembered that?
I would have.
We remember the pizza.
We remember the foods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I do thank you all for being here. We've got about 30 more minutes. Is there anybody that wants to come up and have a say or speak their piece, or, put a plea out to Don and Candus to actually come forward and talk to somebody that's not going to bash them and not going to kiss their boots?
Yeah.
That was a text Grandma shared with Emma So what? It was Grandis that said that. Oh wow, huh? I'm sorry to say there will be no truth about Summer coming from Don and Candus. He's only causing chaos in Summer's case. Thank you, Vet Girl. Thank you so much. Amy Lou, who you're here. Would you like to come up on panel, babe? Vet Girl, thank you, sweetie. From the bottom of my heart, really.
Well, no, I've got to go. Apparently, I'm having some connection issues too because things are cutting out.
Okay,
Um,
sweetheart.
well, thanks for having me, though.
Thank you for coming. And I'll
All
talk
right.
to you later, Crazy.
Okay.
All right, bye, hon. Okay, guys, we're back on our own again. Amy Lou, who would you like to come up? I've dropped the link for you, hun. Or Alpaca. Whoever wants to come up and have a say, you're more than welcome to. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that greatly. I would love to come on and live with you one day. You're more than welcome to jump up here right now if you want to, hun. But yeah, we can absolutely do one. If you want to do one about Olivia, we can do one. You remember Grandis saying Candace was making a tin casserole? I don't remember that. I'm going to have to get a hold of Emma and talk to her. Everybody's internet's crappy right now, sweetheart, because of the storm coming in, I guess. We're supposed to be getting a real bad freeze here for some reason. Sheriff Lawson messed with case up from the beginning because he was too busy focusing on his son. Oh yeah, Bet Girl, you and Bercy is. I have begged you guys to come up before. You are always welcome. Everybody's always welcome, actually. But yeah, Bet Girl, I would love for you to come up if you would. Tina Gerhart. I can't pronounce your last name. Does TBI have Summers' case now? No, as far as I know, honey, the Hawkins County still has it. I've never heard anything about any tuna casserole. I haven't either. That's why I said I've got to get a hold of Emma and ask her. I'm not that I don't believe you guys. I'm just saying I want to see that. Grandma supposedly made her feed Summers tuna casserole leftovers. Okay. Probably because everybody was asking, what she had fed her all day. Once CPS case is finished, maybe something will happen in Summers' case. Until then, I don't think anything will come from it. Maybe not. And don't think, guys, just because I'm not speaking with me and Don B aren't, as close as we once were. I still hold a lot of I don't know what you would call it. What he says, I do still hold, to. I still don't know how to say it. I believe a lot of what he says and his opinions about the situation. So just, pay close attention. If he winds up being wrong, he's wrong. But more than likely, he's not going to be. Alpaca Maid, thank you for the kind words. I am not a panel kind of person. I appreciate it. One day, though, maybe. All right, Bet Girl. I appreciate it, hun. I always love having you guys in here. All of you. Nana, Ethan's mom said they were found by friends. Why did they not call then? It sounds rehearsed when you hear one fainted at later. Exactly. If they were found by friends, then why didn't the friends call immediately? And how do we know? Everybody keeps everybody keeps saying that, oh, it was just this one person. It was, and I'm not saying it wasn't him. Obviously, it was him, and he's guilty. We just have to wait for the court of law to say so. But in my opinion, I don't believe that he did it by himself. And everybody's making such a big deal because there's people out here who believe that he didn't do it by himself. But yet you go back to the Kylie Rodney case, and everybody was believing that that whole stinking town was in on a cover-up against one small child. How is that possible? I hope that he's not a betting man, though. Yeah. CPS is a 4-star profit organization like Walmart. They gain a big coin of the sadness of children, right? And honey, we off the hook, we'll do whatever we can, honey. I don't know if you've went through and read comments from that, but you need to. A lot of support, a lot of encouraging ideas. Candus has an IQ of a 12-year-old and the mental wherewithal of a 12-year-old. She never should have. Come on, guys. You can't say stuff like that. Husky, I hope you got the vehicle's details. You must call it in. They will be on camera somewhere. Hello, Kathy. Off the hook. They sure do know for a fact. Or they sure do, I know for a fact. Sure hope you are not related to Ronnie. If you are, tell him he is an ass. Who are you talking to, May May? Oh, Sue, no, I've already asked her that question. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. That's absolutely correct. She's smarter than you think, talking about Candus. Yeah, I agree, Casper. Thank you. I mean, we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses. But talking about somebody, for people that like the person that just spoke, you need to go back and watch some of the old documentaries about things that they did to people, women in particular, back when they took away their whole entire right to even have children before they became adults and had the chance to. And no, I'm not one of these liberal women who think, whatever they think it is this day and time. But I don't think that people should be having the right to have a child. To reproduce, I'm getting all tongue-tied, I'm sorry. To reproduce is one of the main things that God tells us to do. Go forth and multiply. And now you're wanting to sit and tell anybody, it don't matter if it's Candus or anybody else, that they should be fixed so that they cannot ever have a child. How many women out here were fixed where they couldn't ever have a child who would have probably been a wonderful mother? Oh, I need to get off my soapbox. That gray building on the Wells property looks like a little house. Does anybody know anything about the gray building? The only thing I know about it is it has a basement in it and it has Christmas ornaments. I was told it looks like the Christmas shop closed down and all the brand new, all the stuff in the shop was took there and stored. I would take them all if I could. Yeah, me too, hon. If you were arrested off the hook for reporting, or you, yes, she was. I posted the video where it happened. Well, not the part where she actually got arrested, but yes, what was leading up to it. And I would, off the hook, like to have the complete part of that video. From all of Candus's interviews, I believe she has fetal alcohol syndrome. That is a form of mental illness and low IQ that her mother bestowed upon her. Yes, that's true. But that does not mean that she should not reproduce. I pray that she is found safe. It does happen in some cases. We still have hope. Yes, we do. And remember, guys, the woman I was going to do a story on for Matt Gilbert's show at Christmas time. Remember, after 52 years, that baby got gone when she was 22 months old. And at the age, or 52 years later, they found her. And she is now happily with her family. Her mom and dad, thank the Lord, had not passed. They actually got a chance to hold their baby girl again. And that right there proves that we all still have hope until hope is gone. And just like discovering, I was talking to her earlier, and I told her she has the Schroeder's cat syndrome, because we were discussing what would be worse, to know where the child is and be able to lay him to rest, or to not know and be able to put the monster in jail that did it. And she's like, well, I would rather not know, because if I don't know, then there's always hope. Well, just like Schrodinger's cat, the cat in the box, you put it in there with radiation. As long as you don't open the box, you never know it's still alive. You've always got hope. And if I don't make any sense, sorry. I just ramble on. It's been a while since we've done lives. I have no hope in Tennessee for any law enforcement to help. Well, I can't fault you on that statement. Not a bit. I know they took your children, hun. Or you're probably talking to somebody else, but yeah, I know. And I hope, I mean, it was okay that I did do that video, and I did try to keep all information about you out. Dippy, you ready to come up, sweetheart? We've only got a little bit left, but you're more than welcome to jump on up here and try it again. I'm so sorry you missed out talking with Crazy. Plant Diva, I did a video on that the other day. I can't remember the name of the video, but it was just a few days ago. What? Yo, I have so many friends gone. Everyone is my message box was removed like 250 people. I hate to hit undo all actions. You know, I'm getting fact people. I don't have a clue who this is. I don't know who Christina is. Sorry, guys. I had a bunch of things pop up on my phone. Nani, you would have been great. Eye candy for Donnie. Oh, May. Dippy, are you going to come up, babe? There you go. There's Miss Dippy. Are you with us?
Cannot hear you. Let me go back out and come back in.
Okay. Nana of 7. I didn't see you come in. Hello, sweetheart. I am not staying or saying back with them. I just want her brought home, right? Okay, I mean, I wasn't trying to say you couldn't ask questions, sweetheart. I was just saying I did do a video, and it does show the one part of her video that she recorded when they initiated this whole thing, while they were sitting in her house and her telling them to leave, and law enforcement wouldn't leave, and in fact called CPS to her front door.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, right. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you a minute ago.
I couldn't hear nothing. Ugh, the rain is
You know
finally
why?
slowing down, so.
You know why you couldn't hear nothing?
Why?
Because you're getting old.
Oh, heck. Yeah, I get enough of that at home, woman.
Well, listen, you're not as old as I am, so don't worry about it.
It's just funny because now you sound like my husband.
Oh, don't you go there. I have to listen to him enough. Holy crackers.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. I told you, I would love to put him up here and let him just have his say.
No. Well, I don't know. That might be a good thing, and it might be a bad thing because 1 minute he'll be on the side, or he'll be innocent until proven guilty, and then the next time he's gonna be like, hang him by his nuts.
Right.
You never know what's gonna come out of that man's mouth, so I'd rather not.
Nana
Hey, Amy
7, you
Lou,
are
how are
not.
you, sweetheart?
Hi, Wisconsin mama.
Oh. I don't know what's wrong with my Android. Like, I can do a live from it, no problem, but I cannot hear nobody when it comes to like audio going in a live.
Try putting in headphones.
You know what? No, I can't because they're charging.
Well, I'm just saying the next time you need to try to do that, try putting headphones in and see if it makes them work then.
Yeah, we figured that if anybody would have came up, it would have been Don because we knew Candus is kind of not in the right frame to be talking.
What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, that noise.
It's the rain.
Oh, are you outside?
No, I'm in the window.
Oh, okay.
It's been raining all day.
Don said that Candus had a stroke and struggled to talk. Well, like I said, unless she had it after he got out of jail, she did not. Nana, we're all getting old. Too bad we don't get younger after we pass a certain age. Right. Youth is so wasted on the young.
You know what's funny is even though we're getting old, we don't look like we're that old.
Yeah, speak for yourself, honey.
You do not look old. Oh, hush. You are so beautiful, Nana.
I am a half a century and 5.
Yeah, but that's just all wisdom.
That's pretty old.
That's wisdom. Knowledge. That brain is full, and trust me, I know.
We do talk quite a bit, don't we?
Yeah. You become my regular coffee and cigarette in the morning.
Oh.
It was weird yesterday because I was thinking about texting you, and all of a sudden my phone started ringing. I was like, damn, she's got ESP today.
Amy
71.
Lou.
That's 71 years. So young.
Amy Lou, are you saying that Candus is very sick?
Yes. I just went to sit my soda down on the damn table and I threw it on the floor. Messes.
I'm not
She's
old.
not old. She's not old by no means. You're only as old as you feel. Well, okay, never mind. Let me not say that.
Thank you, Miss Amy Lou Who.
She is very beautiful. Y'all and I catch her first thing in the morning, so I know how beautiful she can be.
Yeah, right. You got that, don't you? See, I talk with
Y'all
you.
be careful with.
I talk with you.
Y'all, I just want to say, y'all.
Go ahead.
And then somebody else in the afternoon. No, I just wanted to let your chat know. Be careful with using all caps because they will flag her live.
Why?
Because they're thinking it is like a link, like a spam link.
Oh.
That was in that new thing that we got for creators.
Nona, guess what I heard today? Don Sherfy and Ernie Shell worked together in. Somebody told me about that. Was it you, Dippy,
I
or
heard
it was
that too.
Discovering? Anyways, that's what I was going to say a minute ago. I talk with you in the morning, talk with Discovering midday, and then Tina has me most nights. So my life is
Woo,
full.
I get her coffee and cigarette first thing in the morning. And she gets me when I'm fumbling.
So do you have any wise words to say? Be cautious, remember.
No.
I got a comment the other today. I think it was today. I got a comment about your video that I shared. So,
Oh, did you? I'm scared.
yes, I did.
Do I want to know?
No.
Because y'all, that was me first thing in the morning, literally before coffee.
Oh no, I was meaning about your beliefs and what you think, that kind of stuff. But it's okay. Everybody has a right to their opinion on this channel, and everybody has a right to voice their opinion. And if anybody who doesn't like what your opinion is, they are more than welcome to take the link and jump right on up here and state their own opinion.
Yep. I'm always open to new opinions. I love opinions. As long as they're not disrespectful, rude, and ignorant. Like, be a human, be an adult about it. Like, you ain't got to sit here and talk trash just because of your opinion is different.
Yeah, see, Dippy, you get my mornings, but with Tina, she gets my nights, but I get her mornings because when I'm fixing supper when she's fixing breakfast.
That's like me and Maisie because she's in the UK.
Uh-huh.
So like she'll text me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, dude, I'm not awake.
Hello,
She's
Roxanne.
like, well, you usually are.
Is it Roxanne? Yeah, it's Roxanne. My middle name is Roxanne, but it's with an E.
I thought you were coming up, Amy. You said if I came up, you were going to come up. I did see that.
Oh, did she?
Yes, she did. She said, I'll go up if Dippy goes up.
Well, she's up here, Amy Lou Who.
Yeah,
Get your
woman.
tiny up here.
Come visit. Before she ends it and my phone dies. How about that? Well, no, I got the charger on it now, so it's okay. Y'all, it is cold in North Carolina.
I'm good, sweetheart. I'm good. Actually,
There
in
was
a pretty good mood today.
There was tornadoes in Texas tonight.
Really?
Towards Houston. I couldn't remember what part of Texas OG was in, so I texted her. She didn't respond back, so I called her. I'm like, you better answer this phone And she's like, I'm fine. No, it wasn't by us. I was like, okay. I
That's
bet it is
true.
beautiful.
Little Dev, that's true. It says Candace's speech could be altered because she had her teeth removed and not wearing dentures.
No, that still wouldn't be altered now. She's had them done for over a year now.
She said, and not wearing her dentures.
Yeah. I mean, it could, but if she is really sick, which, I've heard from several people, she is really sick. I haven't quite confirmed the stroke, but if she did, it would be after Don got out, obviously.
Right.
But
Amy, I dropped the link. Take it, babe.
But what was I saying?
Dana Kay, I love
Anything
you,
can
hon.
alter her speech. I don't even know what I was about to say, so I'm just going to go with anything
Good
can
night,
alter her speech
sweetheart.
at this point.
Thank you for being here.
Lies. So will stress, honey. So will stress. And as much stress as that woman has been put through in the last almost 2 years, I'm surprised she didn't have a sinner. Honestly. And I mean, even though I'm not saying she did not bring on any of that on herself. I'm not saying that by no means. I'm just saying stress in general will do that.
I'm backstage.
See, Little Dev says that she has dentures, and when she takes them out, that she sounds different.
I think most people do, or they think they do. I don't think they
Hello?
sound as different as they think that they actually sound.
Right. Hello, Amy Lou Who.
Hello, how are y'all?
I'm good.
You look good. You look
Well,
great
thank
tonight.
you.
All right,
Hi.
just a heads up. My husband's on the way back down here from his mother's house, so you might hear him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
throw his butt up here. I don't care.
He's just gonna push me out the way. I forgot about the soda on the floor.
Is Charlie there?
No, she's home. I was trying to get her over here, but she had to go pick up her daughter today. So, give me 1 minute. I gotta find something to clean this soda up before I step in it again.
Okay. So, Amy Lou, is this okay? If she had a stroke, this would be her second stroke. I don't know where that's coming from because up until Dawn got out of jail, she's never had a stroke.
I don't know if it's a stroke. I just know she's been really sick.
Okay. But I'm telling you guys, from the best that I can gather and the people I've spoke with, she has never been to the doctor since she was little when she got that stuff done to her heart. And then when she had Summer and got her 6 weeks checkup, she has not seen a doctor up until the point that Don Wells got out of jail. And Amy left us. Well, if you didn't like me, you should have just said so, child.
You know that ain't true.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
See,
trying
they're
to
on the internet.
I'm
So,
trying to keep up with the comments over here.
okay, what did you? I missed that what you said because I got kicked off the internet.
I said that when she was little and had whatever she had done to her heart,
Right, she had heart
to the best,
yeah,
to the
had a
best
hole
of
in
her
her heart.
knowledge, she's never been to the doctor. She never liked going to the doctor except to have kids or whatever. The normal stuff. And then
Right,
when she had Summer and got her 6 weeks checkup, from that point until Don Wells got out of jail, she has not seen a doctor. So if
that's
anything happened to her, it happened after Don got out of jail.
that is not correct because she's seen a doctor whenever she broke her foot.
Yeah, she went to the doctor when she broke her foot.
Yeah,
That was the emergency room. That's not going to see a doctor.
Well, I mean, you still
okay.
gotta go back for a 6-week checkup on that.
Huh?
You got to go back for a 6-week checkup.
Oh, come on. You guys are pushing it now. You know what I mean.
Well, I didn't know. I thought you were,
No, we're talking like sickness, like
Oh,
Sick.
okay.
She had a
I
stroke.
mean, some people will not go to the
I
doctor.
love you, Nana.
My son, my one son, trust me, nearly 40 years old, and I can on one hand almost name every time he's ever seen a doctor. That includes emergency room well, they've all been emergency room visits because he won't go see a doctor.
He sounds like my husband.
Ow! Damn it. My bad. Sorry.
You're fine.
What'd she do?
I don't know. What'd you do?
I ran into the table.
Oh, that's not fun.
Hey, that's my pastime.
Dawn said
Going
early
into
on
the
that they
public-
thought Candace had a stroke, and that was prior to him going to jail. Okay, that might be true, but she never went to the doctor over it, evidently.
No,
Okay,
I don't believe that she ever did, but they suspected that she might have had one. But
22,
she never did go to the doctor.
2022 Plant Diva is what I'm talking about when he got out of jail October.
Okay, so I keep seeing the Bell's palsy thing pop up in chat. Okay, I'm very familiar with that. My aunt has that. It does mimic a stroke. And me and you talked about this the other day, Nana. Like, it could have been possibly Bell's
That
palsy.
is possible.
It could have been. And yes, that is one of the ones that, will try to correct itself, but it doesn't necessarily mean it will. So
My cousin had that to happen whenever she was pregnant. So I guess it is possible.
I don't go to the doctor every time I've had or had a stroke. Some
You've
people
had a
can
stroke?
pull themselves through it though, so like they really don't have to. It all depends on the person's, I guess, body, mental, whatever.
Right. Well,
That
some
But
people
you're
I would-
supposed to go.
some people can go through horrific things and be just fine. Other people can go through minor horrific things and have a heart attack from it. So it depends on the person's body and how they deal with stress and illness and all that.
right.
Victoria, no, Robin doesn't have her. The police have searched through Robin's house. They've made it known that they have searched for her and people that are close to them. So yeah, she's not with Robin. She's
No,
with
she's
anybody.
not.
It's with family, but it's not in Tennessee, definitely.
Yeah, she's not with Robin. I've heard people say that.
I mean, and when I seen her last year, like, we've asked if she had any idea of where she could be at, and she's just as sweet as pie, man. Like, I don't think she could ever do anything like that against the law.
Right.
No, I don't
Not
think so
Robin.
either. Huh?
I said no, not Robin.
Oh,
But remind me of that statement tomorrow when we're talking on the phone, and I'll fill you in with a few things, few details.
Okay.
Seeing, and then the next time we go live, we'll see if you can make that same statement. There's some stuff. There's some stuff out there. Trust me. She's not as saintly. Not all of us are. None of us are.
well, not yeah. Nobody's.
We all have our closets that are cram packed full of stuff.
I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
think Robin would be able to get up there and get her without anybody noticing.
Oh, well, no,
I
I wasn't meaning that Robin took her or anything like that. I was just meaning y'all were saying that Robin's so angelic that she could never do anything wrong, period. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I'm
not saying.
in my opinion,
I'm not saying that because everybody's. I don't think she could
I
steal
don't
a
think
kid.
she has it in her.
Huh?
No, not to steal a kid.
No.
I don't think she has that in her. I really don't.
No, I wasn't meaning that. I was just meaning, she has skeletons just like the rest of us.
Oh, I'm sure.
Heart attack is centralized on the heart muscles. Stroke affects nerves, muscles, and brain function. Off the hook. Okay.
All right, I got a question for
And
everybody.
strokes also come in severity. So, like she could have, a stroke and it not.
Yeah, she could have a mini stroke and not ever go to the doctor over.
Right. So yeah.
But Don Wells would not be qualified to make that call.
No, I would say not.
She did Robin did the YouTube way before Summer went missing.
Okay.
She did it for a while. She was recording her daughter's dance things.
Everyone has a
But that
past. There's a
wasn't
reason it's
something that
called
was
past.
after.
Let's not gossip. Keep it classy. Thank you, Miss Tina.
But I do got a question. Since we are on Summer's thing, what do you guys think of JSB? Do you think she's really been cleared?
No,
Yes,
she's
I
not been
believe-
cleared.
I believe 100% that law enforcement probably told that woman that she has been cleared.
Well, you
Law
got the
law
audio
enforcement
of
has the
Detective
right.
Pruitt saying it, but it wasn't from Lawson or TBI.
Well, okay, well, law enforcement doesn't say that to everybody.
No,
They-
no, I'm saying law enforcement has the right to basically lie when they're trying to find out, when they're doing an investigation to get
Oh
to
yeah,
the truth. So
oh
yes,
yeah.
I 100% believe that somebody told her that she was cleared. Whether that's true or not is another story.
Oh
But I
yeah,
believe
okay,
she was
yeah.
told.
That's yeah. I agree. But I don't. But I don't know. Y'all know my. I think you know my on that. You know
Peas
where
in
I
a pod.
stand.
No, her and JSB were not that close.
No,
for
they
that
were
to
not.
happen.
No, they were not that close. They were neighbors, and that was it.
Yeah, like hi bye, and
You
plus
know,
JSB and them were really pissed off because they wouldn't sell the land.
right? They wanted that land. I don't know why. She didn't even own. Jody Sue didn't even own the land that
Good
she
night,
was living
May
on.
May. Thank you for being here, babe.
Bye, May May. I love that name. That's my little cousin's name. Her name's Muriel, but we call her May May, or I still call her May May.
Discovering says, but what I'm saying is if a kid was kidnapped from my area, I'm not posting my child on social media. Seems a little dangerous, right?
And I understand, but I'm saying they were posted before she went missing.
Right.
If you look at her thing, it was before. A lot of them videos were before Summer went missing.
Off the hook, are you leaving? I appreciate y'all for the conversation. I'm sending you my phone number, Mama's Angels. Good night. Okay, baby. Good night,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
off the
And
chat.
Roxanne, everybody's different though. Some strokes will like really. Like
Off
I
the
have a friend
hook.
that had a stroke so bad
Yeah,
that she can't even go
I
back to
want to
work.
know more on what you were. I'll try to check out Nana's video, and then maybe she can steer me where else to find the rest of it about what you were talking about, reporting the trafficking in your area.
Yeah. Well, the
Thank
thing about
you.
it is I'm going to have to get the full video from her because I have what she posted on YouTube. I have it on my video, but she says that the rest of it is on her Facebook page, but I can't find her Facebook page.
Well, yeah, I don't think she's listed under off
Who,
the
Robin?
hook, so
Are you talking about Robin?
No, I'm
No.
talking about off the hook.
off the hook.
Oh,
The girl that tried to report the trafficking and they wound up putting her in jail and taking her kids.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, they took her
What?
kids.
wait,
Yeah.
they took her kids for what?
They said that they found her wandering out in the street in another neighborhood, but she literally has video footage of them being in her house or telling them to leave, CPS being at her door where they called on her, and her begging them to go help, go find out where her teenage son is that her ex-husband has.
Oh, I saw that video
Yeah, that's her.
because she was saying, "No, I don't want y'all in here. I don't allow.
Right.
I don't." Yeah, I remember that.
Well, she got out of the facility that they stuck her in, but now they still have her children, and she still having to try to fight for her kids.
Oh, bless her heart. If there's anything, we can do to help, let us know,
That's what I told her.
because that is awful.
And that's in that area right there.
It's in my area?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This y'all, I just so want to move back to Alabama. This area just I don't like. It's scary.
She lives in
Amy.
Bristol.
Amy,
In
did you
Bristol?
ever get the? We just got another Summer Wells email from the website. Um, did you ever get up with the people at Walmart about them pictures?
I don't
Amy?
think she heard you.
About the pictures.
Yeah, the missing pictures because there was none of Summer up.
Oh, yeah, they're still not. They said that they didn't put that up. That company did. That exploited and missing. Was it exploited and missing children?
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe
That
it
it's on
was.
EMAC. Okay.
I
The
don't know.
ones
That
that's putting out the
I have.
fake info.
Y'all, I have put up so many of her little flyers, and they just get taken down like as soon as I walk away, I guess.
Darlene J. Clark says, I'm a survivor of horrendous child abuse, trafficking, etc., but I have to live with the damage. Yeah, you do. You have to keep on living, hon, but it's a shame that any child or adult has to live with it.
It really, yeah. Sending you lots of hugs, darling. I can't imagine. I've been through a lot, but thank God not.
Bell palsy is a really bad one to have, though. It really is. It really messed my aunt up. Like her whole right side or the left side or right side. I don't remember what side. One of her whole sides. You can tell that it was, she had something because it's just like, oh, she kind of walks like the lurch,
Uh-huh. Well, I know my cousin had it to happen
And she
whenever
had
she was
that when I was a
pregnant.
baby.
And
Go
wow.
ahead.
But it didn't. It finally corrected itself or whatever.
Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. I mean,
Right.
not everybody has the same symptoms. Not everybody's
Right.
going to be the same.
I've got just one question for
And some people
the
it takes longer. What's
for
that?
the comment that's on screen. Orange Jesus? Where did that come from? Am I missing something, ladies?
I don't know what that is. I've never heard that before.
Orange Jesus. I mean, I've heard the new pink is black or the new black is pink or whatever. But
Is that like a new word around YouTube?
Orange Jesus. I know a girl that was like 17 years old that had a stroke. And it affected her, of course, for the rest of her life.
Right.
So,
That's awesome. You need to finish it, hon. All right, ladies. I wish y'all could have jumped up here earlier, but it's been 2 hours and 13 minutes, and I still have to go and cook supper.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess we'll let you go.
Thank
Well,
you.
I get you in the morning, so I'm good. I can let you go tonight. If I need you, I'll call you.
Right.
Well, I think
I'll call either one of you if I need
Yeah.
you.
Amy's got my number too, hun. Trust me. And
yeah,
everybody that has my number knows if they need me, they got me.
yeah.
Thank you, all the viewers, subscribers, mods. Thank you all. If it were not for you guys, this channel would not exist, literally. So I thank you and I appreciate you all for being here.
Thank you guys for all being
that they didn't
adults.
come up on panel.
Yes, for all being adults.
Yes, thank you for that too. Ladies, I will talk to you all later, and everybody else, I'll see y'all tomorrow on the video.
Yes, ma'am. Love your
All right.
faces.
See you. Love y'all. Everybody have a good night.